Hey guys, hello gorgeous. Had the chance to check out the new Avengers Infinity War and I wanted to do a quick spoiler-free review here. Gonna do a spoiler-filled review in a while on Armchair Directors with Matt Crandall, but just on this solo channel I wanted to give my first quick impressions. It was interesting. No, I'm just kidding. It's just as huge and epic as all the trailers have hyped it up to be. It is such a rare occurrence for a movie to be hyped up this much, pretty much to be the most hyped movie of the year and actually live up to it. So many movies don't live up to it. Batman vs. Superman a while ago, as well as Justice League, in some people's opinions. Don't want to hurt the feelings of the DC fans out there. But Avengers Infinity War is something I'm not excited about a lot of things anymore these days. I am at the point where I'm super satisfied with a lot of what I've seen already. And so I just kind of sit back and I go, fascinating, interesting. Let's see what happens. This one, I just couldn't see how it could return to form because I really loved the first Avengers movie. It felt like such an incredible culmination of all of that phase one groundwork that they had laid in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Avengers Age of Ultron was such a disappointment for me. It didn't feel like a special occasion. It just felt obligatory, which is what you never want to do when you have such a star-studded, mind-boggling crossover cast. Infinity War is a return to form, and it doesn't just feel like an Avengers movie. It feels like an Avengers and a Marvel and, you know, the guys who aren't necessarily part of the Avengers, as well as the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And I'm really glad about that. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and I wasn't sure how they were going to mesh in with the Avengers. They're going to become part of the Avengers, even though the movie does have a dark tone, obviously, because this is the culmination. This is the shatter point of what everything is building up to. Finally, the appearance of Thanos and his wrath with the gauntlet. It is still a Marvel movie and they don't go too dark. It does still retain that same fun and charm of all the other movies, but especially the Guardians of the Galaxy tone as well. And it didn't feel to me uneven. I wasn't sitting there going, well, pick a tone. It's still a Marvel movie, and the bottom line for me, for Marvel, has always been fun. Yes, to educate, yes, to have powerful moral lessons. With great power comes great responsibility is one of the most iconic, legendary ones. But I'm very glad to see that Avengers Infinity War didn't become Netflix Daredevil or Netflix Punisher. It could have gone that dark with what's at stake here. I mean, the entire fate of everybody and everything. But it's still a super fun superhero movie. It's not all fun though. There's a lot of heart and soul here. There are some heartbreaking moments. But it's not depressing, it's rousing, it's that thing I always talk about, the indomitable human spirit, and I absolutely love that Captain America remains untainted, unbesmirched. He is that old school hero from a bygone age, not badass, just a stand-up guy, what's right is right, and he's willing to suffer any consequences in order to plant his feet and say, this is where I stand. It is jam-packed with so many superheroes, heroes that have gotten a lot of time in other movies to be developed, and I'm glad to say that everybody gets their moment. Maybe some people might feel like a moment isn't enough, but it's sure as heck better than getting lost in the shuffle and behind and having nothing to do. So a lot like the other Avengers movies and Captain America Civil War, which I consider an unofficial Avengers movie, everybody gets their moment to shine. I thought Thanos was fantastic. Josh Brolin nailed it as Thanos. I was starting to think, can anybody really do CGI motion capture as well as Andy Serkis, the master of that medium? But Josh Brolin, a fantastic actor in his own right. Didn't seem hindered at all by the CGI, the motion capturing that they had done with him. So that's all I want to say about it. Not much more I can say without giving out specific details. But it is so nice to see another masterpiece culmination. I really wasn't sure if Marvel would be able to pull it off again because they pulled off the first Avengers movie so beautifully. But this is fantastic. This makes me want to go back and rewatch some of the movies leading up to this, since I kind of felt like on autopilot for a few of them. The MCU is 10 years old now, and while some people might think, God, how much longer can this last, and aren't they running on fumes at this point, it's really nice to have a Super Bowl moment. Just this tentpole epic moment where this movie finally comes out, and I think it reinvigorates the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It certainly makes me excited more than I was for other stuff coming out. In terms of being excited for the next Avengers movie, it's just my nature to go, well, they can't top this. So maybe the next one won't top it, but maybe the next 2 or 3 down the line will also get to this really impressive benchmark. Got a spoiler-free comment for Infinity War? Scroll down and go to town. And to join the tribe, hit subscribe. Nerdmas Day.